Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Football Predictions and High Value Odds, and today I'm going to be giving out picks for Sunday and Monday. If you're a newcomer here on this channel, we bet on goals and single games. I try to provide you with the best information that I can about those games, and it's up to you to choose those games or not. But please stop betting on accumulators and outcome of games. Focus on goals and single games. Now, guys, so we're going to do it a bit differently this time. Of course, first we're going to review the picks right now that we had from the previous video. And there's also a live game going on, but it's not looking great for us. But I'll get into that. First, let's get into the picks that we had. Al Tawun against Al Ittihad. That went through. We had Al Tawun over 0.5 just to score. Benzema did his thing. He scored 2 goals. One for Al Ittihad and 1 own goal. So thanks for that. Now for the second game, we had the Silkeborg game against HVI team. Silkeborg did its job. We had over 1.5 for odds 157. I was sweating a bit, to be honest with you, because the goal came in a bit late on the 75th minute, but they took care of business. Now, so the Ipswich game that we had with Rotherham was cancelled. I think there were floods going on, so that game should be postponed to a later date. And the 2 games right now I want to talk about, just one of them finished. I'm so disappointed actually with the high odds I brought in from the previous video, the Irish League, Derry City against Shelbourne. I predicted that Shelbourne was going to score in this game while I took over 1. I was greedy a bit for odds 428. But the thing is, Derry City got a red card in the 24th minute and Shelbourne managed to score 1 goal, but of course it was cancelled. So yeah, the game ended 0-0, and this may be the first and the last time I'm picking on the Irish League. I hope you guys didn't take that bet after all, because it didn't go through. Now, there's one more game, which is Osasuna Granada. In the end of the first half, Granada got a penalty, but then it was cancelled because the guy dived. And Osasuna scored a penalty 2-0. But the problem is right now that Granada is playing with 10 men. There's about 10 minutes left in the game. It's actually 85th minute, so probably like 5 minutes plus extra time. But it's not looking good. So we're probably going to go 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 game that's going to be replayed. But maybe great that Ipswich didn't play, because if the field was in really bad conditions, who knows how that game might have went. But really disappointing from Granada. I expected a goal, but yeah, it is what it is. It's football at the end of the day. Now, but I'll keep an eye on this game while I'm giving out predictions for Sunday and Monday. Now, let's start off with La Liga, Girona against Almeria. To be honest with you guys, this should be not much of a game because Girona has been dominant all season long. They did lose their last game against Real Madrid at home, where they have been absolutely destroying teams, but that's normal. It's Real Madrid at the end of the day. They lost 3-0 without scoring a goal, which is pretty important. And they're facing Almeria team, which is dead last in the league. 3 draws and 6 losses, and they have the worst defense in the league, 24 goals conceded. So as I said, I'm going to be taking Girona. I'm not happy with the bookie odds here. They're currently giving us 145. If they would raise it to 150, 155, that would be great, because I try not to go under 150. But yeah, I will be taking that. I'm pretty confident in Girona. They'll score 2 goals against Almeria. So that's going to be our first pick for Sunday. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to check out the Saturday's picks, of course, it's in the previous video. I have 5 of them. Now, for the second pick, we head to the Dutch division, Utrecht against Ajax. And guys, what is going on with Ajax? They're actually in the relegation zone. I knew they were doing bad. I was not paying too much attention to the Dutch league, but I'm always on Twitter, so I check it out, and there's a few good Ajax accounts on there. But I actually didn't know they were in the relegation zone. I heard they want to fire their coach, and I guess that will be for the best. But anyway, last thing I read on Twitter is that they might be missing some key players. If this was Utrecht Ajax last year, they would be giving us odds for Ajax about 120, 130 for over 1.5 goals, just like they do now with the PSV and Feyenoord. But listen, this may be the game that Ajax needs to have their breakthrough. I mean, Utrecht is dead last in the league. They lost every home game by a 2-goal margin. And bookies are currently giving us 164 for Ajax. This is the Dutch league after all. There's a lot of BTTS, so we're 2.5s, but I'm sure you guys take it just like the Bundesliga. So let's dive in. I'm going to take Ajax. I hope they break through that slump. As I said, bookies are giving us odds 164 currently, and that's going to be my second pick. And to be honest with you, if you want to stay away from that pick, I won't blame you. And yeah, those type of divisions, something I want to talk about, guys. I was talking to a guy yesterday from, I'm not sure if he's from South America, but he was suggesting me South American games live in the comment section. And he went 2 for 2. And this is the league that we might be looking into, because I thought South America is very dry with goals. There's usually a lot of under games. And great, Osasuna just scored a 3rd goal. But that's all right. Yeah, Granada is with 10 men. But yeah, really unexpected result. Yeah, about what did I want to get into? Yes, the leagues. Also, it's been cool, guys. Thanks a lot. I've seen people from Poland, Croatia talking about their leagues and giving out picks, because you really have to be in tune. If you want to do sports betting, you have to be in tune with the leagues. And I mostly focus on the top 5 leagues, because I watch Champions League football, Serie A, Premier League. But what I want to say is thanks for always bringing out great picks, wherever you're from, whatever leagues you're watching. It's really helping out. Okay, so we've got Ajax over 1.5. Now, 3rd pick. Now, my favorite Serie A, Atalanta against Genoa. Atalanta is coming off 2 disappointing results in the league. 0-0 against Juventus. They actually dominated that game. They should have won that game by a few goals at least. And then they played in Rome against Lazio. They lost that game 3-2. So I don't believe that they're going to go 3 games in a row without winning. But now it's pretty interesting, because Genoa is a team that does score to the bigger teams. Let's say they did it against Roma, against Napoli. And but this game specifically, you should check out the stat that Atalanta hasn't conceded in 6 straight games. And that's something I've been showing already in the previous videos. But you know what? At first I thought BTTS. I thought that Atalanta will eventually, their streak is going to end. But I don't know, I came back to my senses and I thought Atalanta at home, no way they're going to go without scoring at first. And I think they're going to win this game. So if Atalanta wins, it's usually by a 2-goal margin. And even if Genoa scores, let's take for a safer bet, we're going to be riding with Atalanta over 1.5 for odds 172. Okay, they're checking VAR, but it doesn't matter. I hope we get a lucky goal with 10 men for the Osasuna-Granada game. Now, for the 4th pick, we head to Bundesliga. Koln against Borussia. Our favorite Borussia, it's in the MVP list, most valuable picks. If you're new here, we have 3 amazing teams that we have been winning money on. It's Real Sociedad by far, and then the 2 Roman teams, Lazio and Roma. But if Borussia Monchengladbach does its job, maybe it's going to be welcome to the list. But let's check it out. Now, Köln, once again, I'm going with against a team that's dead last in the league. All the games so far at home, they have been conceding 2 or more goals. It's late, guys. And Borussia is on the come up. We've seen it already in the previous picks, especially away. In 3 straight games, they have scored 3 goals exactly. And guys, should we go here with over 1? You know what? I'm going to be more risky here, because over 1, it is the Bundesliga. The bookies are currently giving us odds 143. That's a bit low. You got to go with the taster odds. So we're going to be taking, well, I'm going to be taking over 1.5. I believe Borussia can do it again against a terrible Köln team. So that's going to be our 4th pick. Now, 5th pick, we head to La Liga again. Barcelona against Athletic Bilbao. Now with this pick, honestly, I don't want to overthink it. Barcelona is coming off 2 draws and 1 win in the last 3 La Liga games, which is not great, because Real Madrid's been doing its job. They won 3 in a row, and now they overtook Barcelona in the league. And if Barcelona want to keep up, they have to beat Athletic Bilbao, which is a solid team. They did lose against Real Sociedad 3-0, but overall, this year they've been solid. When those 2 teams meet every single time, Barcelona has their number, especially when they play at home. They always win, I think, by a 4-goal margin. I mean, they've been scoring 4 goals at least in the previous 2 games. And I don't know why I mentioned the home ground, because I think they're not going to be playing the Spotify Stadium. But yeah, I still expect Barcelona to take care of business. Yeah, I think Barcelona is going to be playing another stadium for this game. But that shouldn't change much. I think Barcelona is going to win this game. And even if Athletic Bilbao scores, we don't really care, because we're going to be taking Barcelona over 1.5 goals for odds 170. Now, so this is it for our Sunday's picks. We've got Barcelona over 1.5 against Athletic Bilbao. Borussia I would say, for odds 212 over 1.5. Then Atalanta over 1.5. Wow, a lot of over 1.5s. By the way, this is not my favorite bet. as we go on this channel, I think, I hope you guys join the over one bet, the website that has that bet, because as I keep saying, it's really overpowered. But I'm going to be giving more and more predictions of over 0.5 goals. Of course, the odds are a bit lower, but it is the greatest bet of all time. As soon as a team scores a goal, whether it be on the first or the 95th minute, you win your bet. But yeah, guys, anyway, let's continue with that. Now, Ajax over 1.5 against Utrecht, and Girona Almeria, Girona over 1.5. Now for Monday, let's start off with Serie A, Udinese against Lecce. Now Lecce had a great start to the season. They were even the top 4 places, but as I told you in the previous video, I don't want to call it a fluke, but eventually they were going to decline. Now they're playing a terrible Udinese side. That team has only 5 points. In fact, they didn't even win a game in Serie A. They have 5 draws and 3 losses. And I think overall Lecce is the better side, even though in the previous 4 games they only have 2 draws and 2 losses. But you know what? I expect Lecce to again start bouncing back in the league. I think Lecce can provide a good result here, but we're going to be taking the safest bets, just the one that I was talking about. We're going to be taking that Lecce is just going to score. Odds are currently 150 for that bet. So that's going to be our first pick for Monday. Now we head to the Danish league, Odense against Midtjylland. Midtjylland is actually really good away so far. It's also a cool stat that in 6 consecutive games, like overall, they've scored 2 or more goals, and Odense is terrible. Last place in the league. No, sorry, not last place. You know who's last place? This is the team that we bet against on, HVI. They're dead last, while Odense has 2 draws and 4 losses at home. We're going to be taking Midtjylland here. I believe that they can provide a 7th consecutive result where they can score 2 or more goals. So we're going to be taking good odds. They're actually giving odds 2 for Midtjylland to win, but 185 odds for over 1.5. And we're going to be taking the over 1.5, of course, because guys, you never know, this game may end 2-2. You will lose your bet, I will win it. But at the same time, of course, it can end 0-1. And that's the only problem about the over 1.5 bet. I need to make a specific video, I guess, where I explain the goal bets. But anyway, now for the final pick, we head to La Liga, Valencia against Cadiz. Valencia had a decent start to the season, especially after last year where they almost relegated. But now they're back to their old ways. They haven't won in 4 games, 2 draws, 2 losses. While Cadiz is in a similar situation, 1 draw in 4 games away. But the thing is, what I like about this game, especially about Cadiz, is they did lose both of those games, but they actually lost 3-2 against Atletico, and they managed to score 2 goals against a very good Atletico team, especially defensively, and Betis, especially Betis when they play home, they don't concede a lot, and Cadiz managed to score a goal. So yeah, I'm going to be taking that Cadiz is going to score against Valencia, who concedes. So that's going to be our 3rd pick. Odds are currently at 170. Now, let's get back to the game. I'm watching Osasuna Granada, 96 minutes, 2-0. Yeah, it's going to end like this, unfortunately, guys. So we're going to go 2-2, and then we'll see about Ipswich, what happens with that game. But I'm glad it was cancelled. Now, should I go over the bets really fast? Yeah, Cadiz to score against Valencia, Lecce to score against Udinese, and Midtjylland over 1.5 against Odense. Now, as I said, I'm going to be doing videos now every 2 days, so expect another video for the Champions League, of course. I'm glad it's back, then the Europa League, Conference League, and always thank you guys for commenting, giving your suggestion about sports betting in general, and the picks from different leagues, wherever you guys are from. Respect for that. And the usual introduction, the usual ending, I would say. Bet responsibly, most importantly, stay healthy, and I'll see you very soon. Adios.